Alright, boys, we're back for the final episode of the New Jersey Devils franchise. We won the Stanley Cup, boys, in our last year, beating the Chicago Blackhawks in the 6th game. So, I must say, now that we won the Stanley Cup in that last year, it seems to put everything into perspective. It was a great franchise, wasn't it? 2 Stanley Cup rings in 5 years. That's pushing dynasty mode. One more in the next 2 or 3 years, and yeah, you got yourself a dynasty, so... And I think we've left the team fairly well. So we're going to do the season wrap-up, the franchise wrap-up, and we're going to do a judging system all in this video. So let's simulate ahead. Let's see how far we go with the end of the season here. I don't think we won't get to the draft. It'll end before then. Let's just go. The Stanley Cup is coming home with the New Jersey Devils. On behalf of all the fans and the entire organization, I wanted to personally thank you for your hard work and effort this year. Great job. No problem. No problem. You and I have been through a lot of these, these past 5 years, and now it's time to part ways. On behalf of the New Jersey Devils, I wanted to sincerely thank you for your long and distinguished tenure as GM. In case you were wondering, you ended up second? You ended up second overall in the NHL Power Rankings? Okay, well, I guess second out of 30 ain't bad. Alright, that ain't bad. Second overall. The current GMs, I guess. I wonder who, maybe the Montreal Canadiens? Maybe, I don't know. Whatever, though. Doesn't matter. Let's see how far it goes here. Come on now. It's probably simulating all the... So there you go. The New Jersey Devils and the Calder Cup, the Texas Stars. Okay. Oh, congratulations. Your 5-year career in Be a GM mode is now over. Well done. You stayed with the New Jersey Devils every year of your career and earned the franchise 2 Stanley Cups in that time. Oh my God, I'm going back to school here. I got to read all this. You ended your career with veteran GM status. You accomplished in your 3rd year. Yeah, that's not bad. You completed 122 GM tasks over the course of your career, something you can be proud of, but still strive to beat that in the future. I'm retired. There is no future, you idiot. You've completed this career in hard skill level. Well done. Try picking other teams at the start of your career, or try to beat your existing records for tasks earned. Thanks for playing. No problem, no problem. So there you go. I was playing on hard. 2 Stanley Cup rings in 5 years. Pretty good, I must say. Alright, so I don't think we can go any farther, can we? Simulate? No, so the 15th of June is as far as you can go. So we're not going to draft, no re-signing. We don't even get to see if anyone retired. Nope, it's just, it ends right here, boys. Okay, so before we do anything, let's go to awards. Let's check out the awards for this year. New Jersey Devils, there you go. Too bad it doesn't show, I wish it showed all 5 years. It only shows the last 4 years, so we can't see actually the first year, but that's okay. Here we go, President's Trophy, 2 years in a row, boys. 2 years in a row. Yeah, we're a good team. We're a good team. The Clarence, yeah, Western Conference champions. Eastern Conference champions, there you go. Art Ross, most points, there you go. Sidney Crosby, he's still doing it up there. Hart Memorial, Sidney Crosby, oh, most valuable player. Norris, Myers, come on now. I guess it was a whole team effort for us. Lady Bing, Sidney Crosby. Calder. Devin Reimerchuk, that must be a nice little player for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's good for them. Conn Smythe, Robin Lehner, there you go. He took it away from Carey. Way to go. Two, look at that, 2 in the last 5 years as well. That's great. Vezina, Robin Lehner, 2 years in a row. Way to go. William N. Jennings, Pekka Rinne, Bill Masterton, Nicholas Grossman, Frank J. Selke, Sidney Crosby, who's just winning everything. Look at this. Ted Lindsay Award. Holy crap. Maurice Richard, most goals. Alexander Ovechkin. There you go, and your Stanley Cup champions, once again, New Jersey Devils. So there you go, boys. There you go. That's pretty much the season wrap-up. Let's do, quickly check our GM tracker. There you go, A+, A+, A+ for our team. Toughness is down there, but whatever. We'll upgrade our stats, sure, why not? And there you go. Here's our overall records. So we've been progressing pretty much every year. Didn't qualify in the first year. That's when we traded away Brodeur. Won the Cup in the second year. First round exit in the 3rd year to the Pittsburgh Penguins. 3rd round exit against the Montreal Canadiens when we had an outstanding season. The next season, we didn't have the greatest regular season. Well, we had a great regular season. We didn't have what we had the previous year. But this year, we ran the table in the playoffs. No team even came close. Didn't have to go to Game 7 once. We steamrolled over everybody to win our 2nd Stanley Cup. Way to go. Way to go. Is there anything, team rankings? We are I don't know what that power ranking was. Whatever. There you go. Is there anything? There's nothing really we can check. No. This is more just team stuff. Don't really need to see that. And then, like, all this is now. We don't need to see the, no, we don't need to see any of that. So there you go, boys. There you go. Is there anything else we can check? Contracts. Yeah, we can take a look at the contracts here, because this will give you a good idea of where, like, how I left the team for the future. Now, yeah, you could say our team is going to be great next year, but look, we got to sign Parise next year, and he's 93. He was making 5.7. He's going to want probably double. He's probably going to want 10 mil. We still have Kovalchuk for the next that 14-year contract. All right, but we got to sign Parise, Larson, Thornton, who's a 90. So Thornton actually got better over the course of the season because of the Joe Thornton is back to a 90. Volchenkov we got to sign. Landeskog we got to sign. Carlson we got to sign. Yakupov we got to sign. We still have Zajac. Ollie we got to sign. Ted we got to sign. McDonough we got to sign. Colburn we got to sign. Jansen, Josephson we got to sign. Gardner we got to sign. Clarkson, Finley, Foligno, all these guys we got to sign. And if we go to our goaltender, we got to sign Robin Lehner as well. So maybe I didn't leave it the best for the future. We're kind of like the Chicago Blackhawks, where we had all these studs when we won the Stanley Cup, but then all their contracts were coming up that year. They lost Versteeg, they lost Bufflin. So we're kind of in that. So I don't know if we necessarily left us in the greatest state. We still, you know what, we'll sign our rookies like Landeskog and Yakupov, and we'll be a good team for the future. But we might have to let go of Joe Thornton and Zach Parise and Volchenkov. Yeah, we might have to, because you got to sign Robin Lehner. But we don't have to do that. So that's our kind of leaving our team for the future. And there's not really much to do. No, there's not really much to do. So that's it, boys. That's the end of the season. We're going to switch over now to our judging system. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to make a nice little judging system for you guys. All right. So what I got here is I've broken it up into 3 different categories for you guys. We got statistics. How does our team look on paper for the last 5 years? All right. Future. How does our team look like for the future based on draft picks, young prospects that we may have, contract problems? Did we leave the team with contract problems? All right. And the third category, basic GM stuff. This is a very wide field. The trades that I made, the scouting, the free agents, the decisions that I made. All right. I want your guys' opinions, your own opinions on how I addressed the New Jersey Devils as a general manager. So that's a very wide field, but that's what I wanted for that, okay? So we'll start off statistically. How do we look statistically? Well, over 5 years, our overall record was 231 wins, 136 regulation losses, and 43 overtime losses. Now, this is a very good record, okay? We're way above 500. Even if you add up the overtime losses with the regulation losses, we're way above 500. So, very good if we're looking at it on a 5-year basis. Very good, very good. Goals for, we had 1,228. Goals against, we had 1,057. So, over 5 years, our plus minus for goals for was 171. Outstanding, okay? We were getting a lot more goals and goals going in on our own net. So very good, very good. Over 5 years, that's very good. Our playoffs and our cup runs over 5 years, we did not qualify in the first year. We won the cup in the second year, which was a bit of a surprise even to me. Our third year, first round exit. Fourth year, Eastern Conference final exit, and then the 5th year we won the cup. So those 2 Stanley Cups are nice. The first year we didn't qualify, which kind of takes it away. The third year, the first round exit was a huge disappointment, especially after coming off a Stanley Cup. The third round exit was a bit of a disappointment just because we won the President's Trophy, but if you're in the top 4, it's always a good year. So, not bad, but the did not qualify in the first round really bring it down for that. So, yes, I'm satisfied, but I really didn't like those other 2 years. I really didn't like it. And we also won 2 President's Trophies. So, over 5 years, statistically, yes, we were a very good team. And out of 10, this is my rating. I want your guys' rating as well. I'm going to give myself an 8.5 out of 10. Okay? We could have had our overall record and our goals for outstanding. I have no problem with that. But I don't like the first and did not qualify. If I got a 10 out of 10, that would have been at least the second or third round appearance every year with like 3 Stanley Cups. Okay? So we definitely could have been better. So 8.5 out of 10, I think that's a solid rating for us. All right, so that's statistics. We'll move on to the future now. So for the future, first we'll start off with draft picks. Remember how I went back and got first rounders for every year? That's great. For draft picks, at least we have the first rounders. Yes, we don't have some second and thirds, but you got to be happy with first rounders in every year. Okay, so draft picks, above average. Young stars, man, we have a ton of young stars on our team. Landeskog, Yakupov, Lehner, Carlson, all right, all these players. So our young stars, and we also have some guys who are we drafted B minus potential, B potential. So our young stars, we're good. We're very good for the young stars. But here's the problem for future contract problems. Remember I showed you we're gonna have to give up a bunch of. We're gonna have to give up probably 290 overall players, at least one, for sure one. Okay, so that's a big problem. That is a big problem. So for the future, like, it's not a problem, but you got to think to yourself, next year we're not going to be as good as we were this year, just because everyone wants money now. So we're not going to be as good next year. So the future, that has to take a hit. Yes, we do have young guns, and yes, we have draft picks, but we're not going to be as good as we were this year or the year before. So yes, so that for the future we do get it. We take a hit there. So if we're going to put all that together out of 10, I'm going to give myself an 8 because the draft picks, yeah, we have the first rounders. The young stars, we get a 10 out of 10. We have young stars for the future in every position, okay? But then the contract problems, that hurts us. So, yes, I'm going to give myself an 8 out of 10 for that. You guys, I want your opinions for that, but how do we leave the team for the future? 8 out of 10 for me, okay? And the last but not least is the basic general manager stuff. Now, you guys may have some opinions of your own for this general manager job, so I want to hear it. It's a very wide area, okay? For me, trades first. How were my trades? I think I did very well for the trades. Yes, I overextended for some of them, but I also made some key trades that helped us win the Stanley Cup. Remember the Brad Marchand and Johnny Boychuk trade? Absolutely. Remember the Keith Ollie, Colburn, and Gardner trade? Yep. Remember the Carlson and Robin Lehner trade? All right, Joe Thornton. I mean, no, wait, did we get Joe Thornton free agent? Yeah, I think we got... Wait, I can't remember where we got Joe Thornton from. I can't remember if he was a free agent. No, whatever. But all these other good trades that we necessarily didn't get superstars, but we built our team. We made sure we were deep, all right? So, yes, I think we were above average for trades. Yeah, we traded away from some first rounders, but we got them back at the end. So I like our trades. Scouting, we didn't really do a lot of great scouting. We got Yakupov, but that's kind of because I knew he was going to be good. We didn't have anybody who I dedicated scouting to, who I drafted in the 3rd or 4th round, who turned out great for us. So scouting, no, we're gonna leave that. We weren't that kind of team. We didn't rebuild for year 4 or 5. We were a good team 2 or 3 years into it. So scouting, no. Free agency, if you guys remember, signing Shane Doan, Michael Ryder, Ballard was a waiver pickup. Was there anyone else? So free agency, we didn't really have anyone who we signed by free agency who stayed on our team and kind of was a key player in our Stanley Cup runs, right? But we always had those free agents that we were able to grab, and then, if you remember, Landeskog we got for Shane Doan and Michael Ryder, I believe. So free agencies, they weren't really that much of a key to our success, right? We didn't sign anyone huge who stayed on our team for 5 years, but we signed some players who we were able to turn into young prospects. So not bad for free agency, but nothing special. And basic decisions, making a decision to not trade away Robin Lehner, making him the #1 goalie even when he was a low 80. I think that was a great decision because now he's a 2-time Conn Smythe winner. He's in the 90s and he's only 25. That was a great decision. All right, making that trade for Joe Colburn. All right, making the trades to get those depth players. Those were great decisions. Keeping Ballard and Lyles instead of bringing up Gardner and Ollie when they weren't ready. That was a great decision. All right, I think there was a lot of good decisions made. But this is why I said this category is wide. I want your guys' opinions. I'm sure there's a few things that I can't remember right now, or that you guys saw me do and you're like, no, Johnny, if you change this. Like, I remember you guys said 3 playmakers on a line. That didn't work. And we had a great season, but we didn't win the Stanley Cup, right? So that might have been a good point. So I want points like that, all right? If I'm going to give myself the basic general manager rating out of 10, I'm going to say 7, okay? Nothing special. All right, we could have done better. I could have made better free agency pickups. All right, my trades, I did overextend a little bit for them. All right, and my scouting, I really didn't scout anyone except for Yakupov, but I knew he was going to be good. Didn't really scout anyone else. So I'll give myself a 7 out of 10. So if you guys add up all your 3 scores, divide by 3, my score for myself for the GM for New Jersey Devils is 7.8 out of 10. Not bad, but we could have done a lot better, all right? I don't believe giving myself an 8 or a 9 out of 10 is realistic because you don't give yourself much room to get better. And we could have won 3 more Stanley Cups. We could have had 3 more President's Trophies, all right? We could have definitely been a better franchise. Not to say that we weren't a good franchise, but there's always room for improvement. So, boys, how do you think we did? How do you think we did? don't comment on who we're going to do next. I'm going to make a whole new video on who we're going to do next. This is still strictly the New Jersey Devils franchise. I want the comments to be what I did right, what I did wrong, your guys' rating. Add them up, divide by 3 out of 10, and we'll see what's good, all right? So there you go. New Jersey, I hope I served you. New Jersey Devil fans, my God, it was fun, but it's time to move on. It's time to retire, time to go down to my yacht, down to the Caribbean. Yeah, I've earned it, boys. I've earned it. So take it easy. New Jersey Devil, GM mode commentary is finished.